What's up, everybody? It's your boy Joeywerk. A little Father's Day edition of the Run Pure Bets MLB betting preview and predictions. Obviously, I'll run through today's entire card before the 1 o'clock games and the whole day of games, and give you my leans, best bets, and thoughts on every game. As for yesterday, did a nice little private show for Run Pure Bet subscribers only. Went 2-1, took the Indians first five minus a half, plus 105. That was a winner. Blue Jays first five. Eventually, they lost that game. They were up 2-0, two early jacks, and Baltimore came back, scored a lot of runs in the first five, and I lost that one. But then also gave out Nationals game 2 money line, and they won 6-0, I think. So that was an easy winner. A lot of the leans hit from the video yesterday as well. Red Sox team total over was a winner. Giants, Philly over 7.5 was a winner. So if you need content every single day, you want picks every single day, live shows, private Discord access to all the official plays, sign up runpurebets.com. Use promo code BETS25 off to get 25% off your first month. Obviously, first and foremost, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. I'm riding solo today as Holden is enjoying his Father's Day with his kids. So happy Father's Day to Holden. JJ's visiting his pops, known as the Fax Man. So happy Father's Day to both of them. But let's get into the card a little here. I figured I'd bring a little special guest myself on to the show as well. But once we get into it, I'll intro him. But let's go through these first couple games. So New York Mets, Washington Nationals is the first game. I will have an official play on this. Mets minus 120 is the line. Under over set at 8. Tijuana Walker versus Patrick Corbin. Neither of these teams' offenses have been good as of late. Obviously, the Mets are still a little hurt. They split a doubleheader yesterday, these teams, and the Mets used a bullpen game in game 2. So I do expect them to leave Tijuana Walker out, somewhat stretch him a little longer than normal. But he has been really good this year. 12 starts. He's allowed more than 2 runs only twice. Both games were on the road, and this is on the road as well. But he did face this Nats team back in April, pitched 7 innings, 3 hit ball. And I think he fares pretty well against this Nats lineup. Obviously, Patrick Corbin has been quite the opposite. Really bad this year. Almost a 6 ERA. Hard hit rate almost 45%. His Ks are down. He's walking batters at almost the highest rate in his career. 2 starts ago versus Tampa. He starts the game off by walking the first 3 batters. I mean, that's not how you start a baseball game. Jeez. I mean, recipe for disaster. Even though this Mets lineup is kind of dry, they do have good numbers versus Corbin, 328 ex-Woba in 100 at-bats. I got to take them here at the short price. With how much the pen worked yesterday, I'm going to keep this to a first 5. So Mets first 5 money line, minus 120 I gave out to Run Pure Bet subscribers last night via BetMGM. Shout out Austino Lingard in the chat, Ron Lofton, my guy Ricky Chan, Adam ES, Joey with the insane baseball knowledge. Happy Father's Day. Appreciate you. Ricky Chan says, what's up? Ron Lofton, my Father's Day gift after taking me out to breakfast, left alone until 9 p.m. tonight. I can watch and bet sports. Good day. Hey, have a good day, Ron. Have a good day, buddy. All right, so next game we got is Cleveland Indians, Pittsburgh Pirates. Pirates minus 130 favorite, under over set at 8.5. Sam Hedges, the lefty for Cleveland. He's not very good, but Pirates can't hit lefties. But I don't expect Hedges to pitch very long in this game. He's only started 4 games this year. Most of his appearances have been out of the pen. So this is basically a bullpen game for Cleveland. JT Brubaker for the Pirates. I do like him, but I've been on the wrong side of his starts a couple times now. Every time I back him, he has a bad start. When I go against him, he pitches good. So I just can't get him. I can't get the hang of him. With that said, I'm not high on either of these teams. No official play here, but I do lean over. And if I was forced to side, I would take Pittsburgh as the favorite. I know I was on Cleveland first 5 yesterday. Then they eventually blew the game. So their bullpen has pitched a decent amount as well. So no official play there, but the lean would be the Pirates. Next game, Toronto Blue Jays, Baltimore Orioles. Toronto minus 210 favorite. Under over is set at 10. Matt Harvey versus Hyunjin Ryu. I keep telling myself this is the last start. Matt Harvey, we will see. Last start in the majors. But the Orioles continue to trot this guy out every 6 days. And he's continued to struggle mightily, especially of late. He hasn't pitched more than 3 innings in any of his last 4 starts. He's combined for 18 runs in those 4 starts in 12 total innings, 7 walks, 4 homers. I mean, he's been getting shelled, and this is just what the Blue Jays need to get back on track. If their offense has stuttered as of late. Hyunjin Ryu, lefty for the Blue Jays. I tell these all the time. I'm not really high on Ryu, as a lot of people are. I think he has decent stuff, but he gets hit all the time. He's running into an Orioles team mashing lefties this year. They're in the top 3 in runs scored, average, batting average, and on-base percentage against lefties. So I do think they score some runs here. In a favorable park, it should be nice weather as well. So both bullpens worked a lot last night too. So lean here would be full game over Toronto, Baltimore, because I definitely think Baltimore scores some runs. And Toronto, I wouldn't be surprised Toronto puts up an 8 spot in the first 4 innings total against Harvey, and we don't see Harvey anymore. So I definitely lean over there. Next game, Athletics, Yankees. Yankees minus 130, under over set in 9.5. Sean Manaea, Jordan Montgomery. Manaea has been really good, and the Yankees offense has gone missing at times this year. They're in a bandbox, Yankee Stadium, but I do see Manaea having somewhat of a good start. He hasn't given up more than 1 run in his last 5 starts, although he did struggle a bit his last time out. He gave up 9 hits, had guys all over the bases, eventually only gave up a solo homer and worked his way out of it. If he has that same, a lot of people on base and same base runners all over the place in Yankee Stadium, I don't expect the same success. I expect him to give up some runs, but Montgomery is really where the question marks arise. He's got hit all year. Oakland has proven themselves pretty good versus lefties as well. So I do think they get a couple runs off of him. Bullpen-wise, the Yankees definitely have the advantage of the two. So the lean is Oakland first 5, but ultimately I am off this game. So next game, Red Sox, Royals. But before we get into that, it is Father's Day. So, obviously I'm riding solo, but I figured I'd bring in a special guest. Let me introduce you to Joeywerk. I mean, this guy's been, he's been betting sports since I was young. He's an avid sports fan, always yells at the TV, the computer, every device, animated as it gets, loves screaming. But before he joins the show, I got a little video teaser to intro him. So I'll play the little teaser. Then we'll bring him on, see what he's got for us today on this beautiful Father's Day. All right?
That guy was the worst official in the NFL when he was an official. Yeah, keep on viewing. Keep on filming. He was the worst official. The worst official in the NFL.
Oh.
Dean Blandino. And now he's got $1 million contract to make decisions that we all can tell ourselves.
Pro Bowl my ass! Pro Bowl my ass! Stop him here. 3 and out! Don't let him get outside the pocket! Jesus Christ!
There's 4 guys right there.
They are, yeah.
They are. Come on, tackle! Tackle! Tackle, you stupid shit!
And there he is, Grumpy Grandpa, also known as Papa Work, in the house. What's up, Dad? Happy Father's Day.
Thank you very much, son. How are you doing?
Good. I mean, I figured, Father's Day a little special. JJ brings his dad on all the time. He makes the people laugh. Figure we got to bring on the Grumpy Grandpa. I was here solo on the day. We got to have a little fun. And I know you're into picks. You got a little pick. So the next game we got is Boston Red Sox, Kansas City Royals. So what do you got for us?
In this game, we got Nate Eovaldi pitching against Mike Minor. 2 good pitchers. Eovaldi's been pitching very well lately, and Minor is probably KC's best pitcher. But in this game, I still like the Red Sox. It's a rubber match game. They split the first 2 games, but I think the Red Sox will come through today and win this game and cover. I just money line on that, though.
Red Sox money line he likes?
That's correct.
All right, I got my little what the F button.
What the GF? What the fuck?
Yeah, what the F? We're Yankee fans. You're telling people to bet the Red Sox? What's going on here?
Yeah, well, you bet with your heart sometimes, and that's when you lose. So
there you go. There you go, people. Remember that. Father Works in the house. Don't bet with your heart. I agree with him yesterday. I agree with him as well on this game. I did say yesterday to Run Pure Bet subscribers that the line was disrespectful to the Red Sox. Minus 120. They won the game 7-1. They mashed lefties. They're back here. Get a veteran who they've seen a good amount. JD Martinez has really good numbers against Mike Minor. The rest of the team, nothing crazy, but Minor, obviously, he's an innings eater, as I mentioned. He'll pitch at least 5 innings, probably allow 2-3 runs. What the Red Sox get out of Nathan Eovaldi really is the question, but he's been solid all year. Outside of a blow-up versus the Astros, he should fare well against this overrated Royals offense. So my lean here would be Red Sox first 5 because I do not want a part of their bullpen, but their bullpen has been pretty good. So I agree with Papa Work here. All right, so I think you have another game, right? What was the other game that you're interested in?
The Rockies and the Brewers.
Okay, little Rockies and Brewers. What do you got for us there?
In that game, the Rockies are pitching Eric Lauer, and the Brewers going with Chichi Gonzalez. Chichi Gonzalez, doesn't he play golf? I mean, he's a pitcher. I don't like the Brewers in this game at all. I'll take the Rockies first 5 at plus 104 on that game.
All right, I'm with you. I've been riding these Rockies this whole series. They're going for a 4-game sweep of. Oh no, the Brewers won last night. They came back and won, but they'll be try to win 3 of 4 in this series. And the Brewers bats have gone missing. They can't even score in a Coors Field. They had a lot of trouble. They had multiple chances to score runs last night and just couldn't get it done. Couldn't get the big hit there. Lauer, Chichi, I agree with you. The Rockies batting .427 ex-Woba against Eric Lauer in almost 70 at-bats. He has a 7.84 FIP against them. So all the advanced numbers are really bad for Eric Lauer, especially against this lineup. And now he's going to Coors Field. Chichi, he can pitch decent. He has a small sample size against his team. So another pick I agree with you with. I like the Rockies, and first 5 is probably more of the lean because we don't want any part of that bullpen. The Rockies bullpen is really bad, and Coors Fields, anything could happen. All right, so I appreciate that. Before I let you go, I know you're into this golf. So what do you got for us in the U.S. Open?
At U.S. Open today, I really like Rory McIlroy. I think Rory had the best round of anyone yesterday. He shot a 67, a 4-under, and he moved up on moving day. So my pick today, if Rory comes out good in the first 3 or 4 holes, and you watch him the way he walks, if he's got his head up high and he's got a swagger, he's going to win this tournament. My early prediction was Koepka, but I think his knee isn't holding up, and he probably will not finish in the top 5. But he was my early prediction. But let's watch Rory today. If he's on in the beginning, he wins this.
All right, Papa Work likes Rory McIlroy to get it done. Obviously, watch him the first couple holes. If you like what you see, he's saying to back Rory. And I know there's a lot of names in there, so you should be able to get a decent price on them because there's a lot of bunch up top. But all right, anything you want to say for this Father's Day before we get out of here? Appreciate you.
No, thank you for having me on, and cut out all those videos. You kept me sometimes when I'm a little excited, but
a little excited. You're always a little excited. What are you talking about?
Only when my team's not doing well.
Yeah, well, that happens a lot.
Yes, lately. Yeah. You're right.
All right.
Thanks.
Thank you. Happy Father's Day. I'll talk to you later.
All right. See you later.
All right. Bye. Papa Works. Hit the like button for Papa Works in here. Just checking in on the Father's Day. Appreciate you, Papa Works. All right, let's get back to the card. He sidetracked me a little bit, but we're good. He gave out 2 winners that I am on as well. I like them both. So back to doubleheader. We got St. Louis Cardinals, Atlanta Braves. Game 1, Adam Wainwright, Bryce Wilson. These are 7-inning games, as they normally are. So, what line we got? I know last night when I was capping this card, there was not a line on both games, but now we're getting Atlanta minus 110 in game 1, under over set at 7.5. Obviously, Wainwright pitches much better at home. This game is on the road. 7-inning game, so I would expect them to try to pitch him as long as they can here. He may pitch the whole freaking game, 7 innings if possible. He may not. This Atlanta team doesn't really have great numbers versus him. And they've seen him a decent amount. Freddie Freeman is the only one that has, over 10 at-bats versus him, and he's batting .230. So Waino, kind of keeps him in track. Obviously, this Atlanta team's still missing a couple hogs in the lineup, and if you could limit the first couple guys, they should be all right. Bryce Wilson, this is his – so this will be his first start since May 22nd in the majors. He went down to the minors. I guess they tried to stretch him out a little bit. He went down to minors, and he got hit hard in the minors. He gave up, 4 runs, 5 runs, 1 run his last start. So his last start he pitched good, but otherwise he did get hit hard in the minors. No official play here. But again, as I always say on these double headers, I like to back the underdog, especially if they're the underdog in both games. And if they win one of the 2, you'll make some money. And the Cardinals are the underdog in both these games with Waino. And Hyung Kim versus Smiley and Bryce Wilson. So I may pull the trigger on St. Louis game 1 as the underdog. If they lose, just go back to it game 2. I'm very interested in that game, and that game pops off at 2 o'clock, so we have a little time on that one. Next game, Chicago White Sox, Houston Astros. Under-over is set at 8.5. I'm seeing this is Lance McCullers versus Dallas Keuchel. Houston minus 140 favorites. Lance McCullers, this will be his first start back, or his second start since coming back off the IL. He did fare decent in his first start versus the Rangers. He only pitched 4 innings, did have some problems finding the zone, and he has, somewhat had that problem all year. He's walked at least 2-3 people almost every start. I do expect him to be on a pitch count as he was the last start, and then they'll hand it over to the pen. Astros pen is booty cheeks, not very good. Plus, McCullers, he finally gets a good offense here. He pitched against Texas. His last 3 starts, he pitched against the Texas Rangers. I mean, like, that, if that's not giving you a friggin' layup, a couple layups, I don't know what is. But obviously, should be a little different. Dallas Keuchel for the White Sox, and the Astros mash lefties. Even without Alex Bregman in the lineup, I think they score runs here, and I think they score early. They mash lefties all together. They get the slow-throwing Dallas Keuchel, who locates, tries to keep the ball down, tries to get you to swing at balls. As we know, the Astros barely strike out as well. They don't like to expand the zone. And if they don't expand the zone here, they should score some runs off Keuchel. They have a 3.22 WOBA against Keuchel. Both teams have good numbers, in a small sample size against the opposing starting pitcher. And both bullpens have been used a good amount as of recent. So I do expect runs here. 8.5, hitter-friendly park, 2 questionable arms. I'm taking the over here. So that'll be an official play for me. Over 8.5. I gave out last night, minus 105 between the White Sox and Houston Astros. Okay, next game we got is Miami Marlins versus the Chicago Cubs. Cubs minus 155. That's crazy. Over set at 9. Wow. 9.5 in places. 9.5. But Marlins are going for the 3-game sweep of the Cubs here. Still getting disrespected, being the underdog. Minus 1, probably about plus 140 on the underdog. They scored 10 runs game 1, 11 runs game 2 of this series. Maybe they just needed to get out of pitcher-friendly Marlin Park to score some runs. So Zach Thomas is going for the Marlins. Most of you probably don't know him. He's only pitched past 4 innings once, so I don't expect more than 5, that's for sure. The last start, he did pitch 5, but he pitched really well in his 2 Major League Baseball starts, and his numbers in the minors have been really good. Alex Mills for the Cubs, another guy who hasn't pitched more than 3 innings only once this year, and it was his last start against the Mets. He gave up 3 runs in 4 innings. I can't trust Mills here, especially at this favorite price, minus 150. The bullpen should see plenty of action for both sides here, and both bullpens are pretty good. But 6 innings from each bullpen is asking a lot. 12 innings, say 10 innings total from the bullpens, that's asking a lot. And I expect it to probably be more than 10 innings. So all in all, I do lean over here, and I prefer taking a shot on the Marlins at the dog price. I would definitely not lay this price with the Cubs. Next game we got is Minnesota Twins versus Texas Rangers. Kenta Maeda versus Dane Dunning. So Maeda, this will be his second start back from the IL. Since he got hurt, he has really struggled this year. And, after past last year, he was brilliant last year, 2.70 ERA. People are talking about him being in the Cy Young candidacy this year, and now he's been getting rocked. Obviously, last start was his first start in June, first start in a while. He pitched 4 innings, 1 earned run, 7 strikeouts, and 3 walks. So that was his most walks on the year. This is a guy that normally doesn't walk anybody. But I expect him to be on somewhat of a pitch count again, maybe pitch 5 innings against this Rangers team. And the Rangers team, they haven't really seen much of him. 27 at-bats, 125 batting average versus Kenta Maeda. And Dane Dunning going for Texas. Dane Dunning is another guy, I guess, I'm higher. This is a difference of Hyun-Jin Ryu, where the public is high on Hyun-Jin Ryu. I'm not. The public is not high on Dane Dunning. I am. He has really good stuff if he can limit his walks, which is always in question with these guys that have really good stuff. Can they limit the walks? He has shown spots of brilliance, and he's pitched much better at home. With that said, I'm seeing a total number in this game is 8.5. Minnesota, the favorite at -130. That's pretty funny because Minnesota was opened at about -110 last night. And I was thinking, at the short price, you back the old vet in Kenta Maeda. Minnesota definitely has the better lineup of the two at -110. Now we're all the way up to -130, -135 in places. I'm not really as interested in Minnesota here. The lean would be first 5 under 4.5 because I think Dunning should be able to slow down this Twins lineup that, has been quite easy to slow down this year. They haven't been as good as advertised, and they haven't been scoring that many runs. And Maeda coming back, I expect five innings. Maybe he gives up 1 run, 2 runs at most. So I do like the first 5 under there. Next game, Milwaukee, Colorado. As we mentioned, Papa Dukes is on Colorado first 5, and I'm with him there. Philly, San Fran next game. Zach Eflin. I'm seeing Zach Eflin, Sammy Long. I didn't think Eflin was going to start this game, but I guess they switched to it after yesterday, how bad their pitching was and how bad their bullpen is. They figure, you know what, we'll push up Zach Eflin to start, give him the start here. So Zach Eflin versus Sammy Long. Eflin has been pretty good. I know his numbers don't say that wise, but his advanced numbers are pretty good. His FIP is low this year, at least, and he's been pretty good. He's pitched against this San Francisco team, 63 at-bats. They have a 357 X weighted on base percentage versus him. So they have had some success. And this San Francisco team has been riding hot. It's hard really to step in front of this team right now. They have the best record in the National League. I'm pretty sure best record in baseball now. They just keep winning. Sammy Long going for the Giants. He's pitched 2 starts this year, pitched 9 total innings, 5 earned runs. So he has a 5 whip. And 10 strikeouts. So he's striking out a lot of people. He pitched against Texas, in Texas, and Arizona at home. He did struggle in the Arizona start, pitched good against Texas. Now against a Philly team, he hasn't seen it all. He has pitched good in the minors as well. So I do expect him to probably limit this team. His numbers in the minors are really good. I do expect him to limit this team somewhat and pitch good here. So, I mean, no official play here, but, forced aside, give me the San Francisco Giants. I may pull the trigger on this. I'll dig a little deeper after the show. I'll let Run Pure Bet subscribers know if I do make a move here. But, again, under over set at 8 now, and I've bet the over in this series every single game, and we're 2 of 3. So, 8 is another low number. They held 7.5 last night. They scored 8 runs in 3 innings. So, both teams got over the 7.5, I think, in last night's game. So, again, this is another hard to stay away from the bats. I lean over and force me aside. Give me San Fran. Next game, Detroit, Casey Mize versus Dylan Bundy. Under LA Angels -160, under over set at 9. Casey Mize has been really good of late. He hasn't allowed more than 3 runs in a start since April. He hasn't allowed more than 5 hits since then as well. Plus, he gets, an Angels team, first time seeing him ever. I expect him to pitch good here, keep the Angels in check for the first couple innings for sure. Normally where he runs into trouble is his 3rd time around the order. So maybe we can limit that and maybe not even let him see a 3rd time around the order. But Dylan Bundy for the Angels. One thing the Tigers have done this year is been sneaky with the bats, and they preyed on bad starters, and they get a bad starter here in Dylan Bundy. His advanced number is bad. His FIP is over 5. He's given up runs every single start, and I expect more of the same here. His last couple starts, he's been bad. He's only reached the 5th inning twice in 7 starts since April. So we did back this Tigers team last week 3 times on the first 5. We hit 2 of them at nice, juicy prices, almost plus 150 a couple times, and I'm going right back to it. Give me the Tigers first 5 plus 130, nice juicy price last night. The better starter here, arguably the better lineup at the moment, as the Angels have been stuttering at times. So official play here will be Tigers first 5 money line plus 130. I gave that to Run Pure Bet subscribers last night, and that's via BetMGM. Let me check and see if we got any questions in the chat before I move on. I appreciate you guys all for hanging out. Ray like Papa Work. Lance LaRose, thank Papa Works. Let's go. Morning, fellas. DB Gnarly said he took Rory pregame. Love it. Ricky Chan in the house. Thanks for the quick but informative show. Of course, Ron Lofton. I'm here by myself. Normally the show would be double the amount of time, but I'm here by myself, so you're only getting thoughts from one guy. And rather than just me and JJ, because Holden really doesn't have any thoughts. He just throws in, just makes us laugh, which he does a good job of that. But I appreciate you guys for hanging out. Hit the like button, subscribe. The AM Massacre likes Angels team total over. Yeah, we went after Angels team total over yesterday. That was definitely something I'm targeting. Today, I'm not, I think Casey Mize pitches good, keeps him down the first 5. Maybe if the number's low, once they get to that Tigers bullpen, you attack that in the second half. I'm not totally against that. But I appreciate you guys. Leroy Flood, let's go, Joey. Appreciate you guys, buddy. Appreciate you hanging out, all of you. All right, so what do we got next? Next game we got LA Angels, Arizona Diamondbacks, Tony Gonsolin. I'm not seeing a starter for the Diamondbacks. That's not good. Who we got for the Diamondbacks here? Diamondbacks, Corbin Martin, looking like a bullpen game for the Diamondbacks. Ugh. Gonsolin, I'm not high on Tony Gonsolin either, but this freaking Diamondbacks team is so bad, it's not even funny. This will be Gonsolin's 3rd start of the year. He pitched, I think, 3 starts in the minors. Now he comes to the majors. He pitched 1 2/3 his first start, 3 2/3 his second. So I don't expect, a lot of innings from him. And he has had trouble walking people. He's pitched 5 innings in the majors this year. He's walked 8 people. So that is definitely a recipe for disaster. Obviously, Arizona has been struggling at the plate, but they can get hot. They got sneaky bats, and versus a bullpen game in the Dodgers, I do see them scoring runs. Corbin Martin, and the Dodgers minus 200, I want no part of that. Corbin Martin is basically another relief game, bullpen game for the D-backs. Corbin Martin has pitched, 3, 4, and 5 innings this year, gave up 6, 2, and 3 runs respectively. So he's going to give up runs as well. So no official here. No official play, but the play will lean is over 9.5 LA Dodgers, Arizona, because I do expect Arizona to score. And as you know, the Dodgers should be able to score as well. So that'll be the lean. Next game we got is Tampa Bay versus Seattle. Shane McClanahan versus Marco Gonzalez. This is lefty on lefty crime here, where both teams can't hit lefties. Under over set at 8, and that's, I guess, a fair number. Even with both these guys have ERAs in the 5s almost. So setting it at 8 is telling you that the books think there ain't going to be runs, even though they're throwing out basically the numbers, throwing out their ERA and the advanced numbers and saying, hey, these teams can't hit lefties. And I kind of am buying into it. McClanahan, I kind of like his stuff. He has good stuff. He hits 100 on the gun. He's just got to, keep it in the zone. And Marco, I'm definitely higher on McClanahan than I am Marco Gonzalez. And I like Tampa Bay better than Seattle. But at minus 160, I want no part of Tampa Bay versus a lefty. They have continued to struggle against lefties. Marco's not somebody I'm really afraid of. 8 runs is a short number. The books are, they're begging you to bet the over. And if I was forced to side, I guess you give me the over. Even as bad as these teams are versus lefties, at least Seattle scored some runs last night, got back out of their muff. So no official play again. I don't feel strong about it, but the lean would be over 8 in that game. So we got 2 more games. Cincinnati versus San Diego. Luis Castillo, Danelson, Lamet. Castillo, man, he pitched good, I guess, he's pitched good his last 3 starts ever since they stopped banning the sticky stuff. I don't know if he stopped it or whatnot, but he's pitched good his last 3 starts. Otherwise, he has been getting shelled all year, been walking people. It just doesn't look like the same Luis Castillo, and I need some more time to really be confident in backing this guy. He gets a Padres team, pretty good offensively. Obviously, they play in Petco, so they have struggled to score in Petco. And Castillo has pretty good numbers against this team in about 60 plate appearances. Lamet going for the Padres. Again, I don't expect him to pitch long at all. He's pitched 5 innings, 1 start all year. Mainly he's pitched 4, 3 at times. He has slowly been ramping up how long he's pitched. So his last 3 starts, he pitched 4, 5, and 4. Gave up 4 hits in each of the games. One game he gave up 4 earned runs. The other 2 only gave up 1. Striking out about, over a batter per inning thus far this year. And he should be able to limit this Cincinnati Reds team, especially because he'll probably only see the lineup twice at most. So I think, he should be able to limit them. And Castillo should have a bounce back. I think he pitched a good bounce back here on the road. Obviously, his ERA is almost at 6 this year. He has been struggling, and this will be his first time pitching against them, but he has pitched mainly on the road this year. And his last couple starts, he pitched good, as I mentioned. Obviously, he pitched against a Milwaukee team, struggling to hit the ball twice his last 2 starts. Then St. Louis. Before that, he's definitely struggled, but I really want no part of this game. I can't trust Luis Castillo here. And Lamet, he's giving me 4 innings. I can't trust him again. So I guess the lean, if I was forced to take a side, the lean would be Cincinnati. But at the price and whatnot, I really want no part of it. And then the last game is the Sunday Night Baseball game between the Cardinals and Braves. This will be a doubleheader, only a 7-inning game. Kwang Hyun Kim versus Drew Smiley. Again, this is going to be a wait and see. I'm seeing Atlanta 7.5 over Atlanta -125. Winds blowing out. This will be a wait and see for me, depending on how game 1 goes. I'm probably going to back St. Louis in game 1. And if they lose game 2, I'm going right back to them in game. If they lose game 1, I'm going to go right back to them in game 2. If they win game 1, I'll just not even bet game 2. But that's the way I'm looking. Thumbs up. Thanks for running the show, River Rat. Appreciate you, River Rat. Lance LaRose, maybe some runs. 18 more runs scored since no sticky. Yep, more runs since the no sticky. And I have been leaning on that, the overs. Bubba Wallace, guys, in the house. Appreciate you, Lance LaRose. Great stuff, Joey. Good luck, all. But that's all I got. So my best bets are Mets, first 5 money line, -120. Gave that out last night via BetMGM. Full game over 8.5. White Sox, Astros, -105. And Tigers, first 5 money line, +130 versus the Angels via BetMGM as well. Those are my 3 best bets. To get I will be back. Today is Sunday. I'll be back Tuesday night and Wednesday night doing the videos on this channel. Before then, I'll be giving out official plays to all Run Pure Bet subscribers for tomorrow and the next day. For the next couple days, everything will be on the official spreadsheet. I'll be in the Discord hanging with Run Pure Bet subscribers. So if you're not subscribed, I mean, great time. Jay is going live for the whole race today on Father's Day. He's hanging out with you guys, going live for the NASCAR race, and he's going to win you money because he's a fucking killer. Excuse my language, but he's a killer in NASCAR. Just put you on the right side, get you a lot of plus money winners on NASCAR. The guy's up like 60 units himself and, just killing the NASCAR game. So, obviously, JJ will be back come Monday. Spread has been killing the rundown shows. I jumped on the NBA rundown yesterday. I gave you the Bucks. I gave you Spread gave you PJ Tucker over 3.5 points. He got that like 7 minutes into the game. I gave you Pat Connaughton over 5.5. He got that before halftime. So we're just giving winners. Obviously, UFC went really well. If you joined our UFC stream last night for Run Pure Bet subscribers, we freaking went. I think we went like 8-2 on the fights. We just killed the fights. A lot of dogs were barking. A lot of plus money spots. I know I gave out 3 official or 1 official play, but I tweeted out 3 plays, and they were all winners. So we're here. I'm riding hot right now. The team is riding hot. We appreciate you guys for hanging out. Hit the like button before you get out of here. Subscribe. I'll be back in a couple days. Obviously, the channel. Hit the notifications on the channel because we're going live every day. There's a different video, different sport, winning you money in every sport. So hit the subscribe button and hit the notification button. But appreciate you guys one more time. I'll hit the WTF button, see what they're going to say here. What the F? That's all we got. What the F? Hit the like button. All right, guys. Appreciate you. Good luck on your wagers. Happy Father's Day to all. Joey works out. Peace.